In terms of who were my advocates, at that point in my life as a high school student, I have to say that it was really, it was personal. It was my mother. It was she, and there were teachers. So there were teachers in my high school who talked about segregation, who talked about, especially when we were getting ready to make that shift to go into DC Teachers College, that, we were the first. We had to conduct ourselves in certain kinds of ways. And they wanted to be proud of us, so they didn't want us to do anything that I think that would reflect back on them. In terms of my mother, I mean, we lived in a world in Washington, D.C. where we didn't have what I consider blatant segregation, but it was there. It was like it was an acceptable, informal or formal process. You didn't go into the store and try on clothes. I remember it was particularly like Garfinkel's. It was one of those kind of well-known stores. You just didn't go into stores and try on clothes. You didn't sit at counters. There was no such thing as sitting at a counter and ordering food. You could stand on the side and order things. You didn't go to the movies, although I understand that there were some movies that you could go to and they let you go on the balcony. But at that time, we didn't even go to the movies. So there were things that we just did not order, did not do. Now in DC, I never remember having to, like people say, sit on the back of the bus. You just didn't kind of do that. You kind of sit where you wanted to sit. But you always kind of knew that there was definitely discrimination going on. And in schools particularly, while people were not so blatantly mean to you, they were kind of standoffish. They, were kind of not, I guess they didn't know who we were in terms of other human beings, and we didn't know who they were. So it was, and sometimes you got little snide remarks that were not directly to you, but said around you. Even that, most people were pretty civil about those kinds of things. So I probably encountered more segregationist behavior outside of the school rather than in the school, because I think in school they had also gotten a message that you better behave, that we're not going to have any foolishness here in Washington, D.C. So it was a different kind of a setup for me in school at that particular time.